If you are over 60 and you've ever stood up slowly, waiting for your knees or hips to catch up with your intentions, you are not alone. And that quiet moment of hesitation can carry a lot of emotion, because it is not just about joints or balance. It is about independence, dignity, and the simple joy of moving through the world without fear of pain or falling. And many people lie awake at night wondering if stiffness will turn into limitation, if tomorrow's walk will feel shorter than today's, or if their world will slowly shrink, step by step. And the truth is that aging can feel like a series of small losses, but it does not have to be a steady decline, because much of what we experience in our joints and muscles is not just about years lived. It is about inflammation, circulation, and how well our bodies are nourished and cared for each day. And as the years pass, the fluid that cushions our joints can thin, the cartilage can lose resilience, and low-level inflammation can quietly settle in, making movements feel creaky or uncertain, especially in the morning or after sitting too long. And science gently reminds us that our bodies are still listening, still adapting, still responding to daily signals we send through food, movement, and habits. And one of the most supportive signals you can offer your body after 60 is surprisingly simple and deeply natural, something many cultures have relied on for generations. And that is the daily inclusion of healthy fats from foods like extra virgin olive oil, fatty fish such as sardines or salmon, or even a small handful of walnuts, because these foods are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and polyphenol, compounds known to calm inflammation, support joint lubrication, and improve circulation to muscles and connective tissue. And when inflammation quiets down, the body often responds with smoother movement, less morning stiffness, and a subtle return of confidence in each step. And this is not about taking large doses or changing everything at once. It is about choosing one gentle habit and letting it become a steady companion in your day. And the way to use this habit is simple and forgiving. You might drizzle a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil over vegetables or soup at lunch. Enjoy a small serving of fatty fish 3 or 4 times a week, or add walnuts to breakfast oatmeal or yogurt. And consistency matters more than quantity. So think of it as a daily whisper to your joints rather than a loud command. And the best time to include these foods is earlier in the day or with your main meals, when digestion is strongest and your body can absorb and distribute those healthy fats efficiently. And as days turn into weeks, many people begin to notice small but meaningful changes: a warmth in the joints instead of that cold, tight feeling, a smoother rise from a chair, a steadier stride when walking outdoors, and even a sense that the body feels more cooperative, more willing. And these improvements are often subtle at first, almost easy to miss, which is why gentle attention is important, because one morning you may realize you stood up without bracing yourself, or you walked a little farther without planning to. And that quiet victory matters. And to support this habit even more, pairing it with light daily movement, like a 10-minute walk or simple stretching, helps those nourishing fats reach the joints and muscles where they are needed most. And movement itself signals the body to keep producing joint fluid and maintaining balance pathways in the brain. And there's something deeply reassuring about knowing that your body responds to kindness, that when you feed it well and move it gently, it often answers back with gratitude. And it is important to remember that progress does not look like turning back the clock. It looks like reclaiming comfort, stability, and trust in your own body. And that trust builds confidence. And confidence encourages more movement. And more movement supports better mobility, creating a calm, upward cycle instead of a fearful downward one. And if some days feel slower, that is okay, because healing and adaptation are not straight lines, they are soft curves. And the goal is not perfection, it is presence, showing up each day with one small act of care. And as you continue this daily nourishment, you may notice your walks feeling more rhythmic, your posture a little taller, your breathing more relaxed, and even your mood lighter. Because pain and stiffness often weigh on the spirit as much as the body. And when they ease, there is space again for enjoyment, for noticing birdsong, sunlight, and the simple pleasure of moving through your neighborhood or home with ease. And in those moments, it becomes clear that aging does not mean giving up. It means choosing wisely, choosing gently, and choosing consistently. And there is a quiet power in realizing that you can support your mobility not through force or struggle, but through daily nourishment and care. And as you continue to eat these supportive foods, to walk, to stretch, and to listen to your body, You may find yourself feeling more connected to it, more patient with it, and more grateful for all it still does for you. And that gratitude itself is healing, because it shifts the focus from fear to appreciation, from limitation to possibility. And so as you finish listening today, remember that your body is not finished. It is still learning, still adapting, and still capable of surprising you. And with each mindful meal, each gentle step, and each moment of self-care, you are building a future that feels steadier, kinder, and more free. And that is something truly worth walking toward. One calm, confident step at a time.